One word that I would use to describe Miss McWhorter is dedicated. She was dedicated to her program here at LHS with FBLA and Rambler Customs. On multiple nights, she'd stay here till 6 or 7 o'clock working on t-shirts or designs. She was also dedicated to her students here, and she made everyone feel loved and cared for. Each student, no matter how popular they were, felt like their classroom was a home for them, and she wanted to make that connection special for each student.
I think the word I would use to describe Miss McWhorter would be that she was very genuine in everything that she did. You know, you could tell she genuinely loved FBLA and everyone who was involved with it, and she loved her work.
To me, Miss McWhorter was a leader. No matter what challenge you put in front of her, she could always keep a positive attitude and push through that challenge. And it really helped me to grow into the leader that I am today. And I really would like to thank Miss McWhorter for that.
If I had to use one word to describe Miss M, I would say that she was a friend. She was always very kind and someone you could always go to, whether it be with things going on at home or at school. And she was very insightful with how she would talk to you and just a joy to be around.
One word I would use to describe Miss McWhorter would be passionate. No matter what it was, whether it was Rambler Customs, FBLA, her students, or even the Atlanta Braves, she was always passionate with her interests and loved to help people.
If I had to use one word to describe Miss McWhorter, I would choose the word bright. She had a very bright personality, was always brightening up everybody's day. We were always laughing and joking with her, and she was just very enjoyable to be around.
One word I would use to describe Miss McWhorter is caring. She always put her students first. She always made sure everyone was comfortable and taken care of before she even thought about herself.
If there was one word I could use to describe Miss McWhorter, it would be dependable. She handled so much at this school. She was our CTA coordinator. She was our FBLA chapter leader. She just handled so much at this school with such poise and execution. She didn't just do all this stuff and not do it at the best of her ability. And another way that she was super dependable is if you were ever feeling bad or you just, weren't having the best day, she was always the first person you'd want to talk to. She was so nice to talk to.
If I had to use a word to describe Miss M, I would have to pick loving. Miss M truly loved her job and loved her students like no other. Miss M made sure that everyone felt loved in her classroom and that it was a home for everyone. No matter who you were or what you did, she made sure to make a personal connection with you.
For me, she was a confidant and inspiration, someone to talk about the craziness of teaching with, really just the definition of a teacher bestie, honestly just a bestie. As a teacher, she was so much more than that. I was always so inspired by her desire to make learning relevant and fun and hands-on. She wanted nothing more than to make business concepts click for her students and to show them that a career in business was not only possible but a viable option for them. I always loved when I would get to hear about these crazy ideas that she would have that would turn into these elaborate learning experiences for her students. It sounds really generic, but she truly inspired me to be a better teacher. The love that she showed for her students and the lasting relationships that she built is something that all teachers aspire to. LHS will never be the same without her, but the legacy that she was able to build in 5 short years will live on forever.
When I think about Ms. McWhorter, I think about how committed she was to making the FBLA program here at Liffett High School the best it could possibly be. She loved her students, she loved everything about the program, about the school, and she'll be greatly missed.
One word for Miss Lori McWhorter that I can think of is influencer. Ms. McWhorter influenced her students to become very involved in FBLA and their entrepreneurship class with Rambler Customs. Students were always very excited about being a member of that class and on her FBLA team.
A word that describes Ms. McWhorter is innovative. She was always seeking new and positive ways to engage her students and grow their minds in the area of business entrepreneurship. She developed an innovative plan to launch a student-led business within the walls of Liffett High School. This business is still thriving today, so Ms. McWhorter has made a lasting impact on Rambler Nation, even in her tragic absence.
The word that I would use to describe Miss Lori McWhorter is resilient. Miss McWhorter exuded an abundance of positivity. She always smiled, she always encouraged other people. I really never knew when she had an issue unless she just came to me personally And sometimes some of the things she shared with me, I knew was a challenge for her, but she didn't use it as an excuse to be successful. I'll always remember her smile, the acts of kindness that she always managed to muster up, even in those times where she was being challenged the most. But she always found the good in people and found the good in everything that she did. So when I think of the word resilient, I always think of Miss Lori McWhorter. She will be missed, and we thank her for all of her contributions to our school and our community.
So when I think about Lori McWhorter is pretty special in my eyes and in my heart because she believed in our kids and she provided them with a platform to become truly amazing and Rambler ready.